This time we will jump into action with leap motion. Do you remember that file for testing in repository? It is fully set up for work and recording hands movement. This file will be our clean template. Start by copying this file somewhere in Blend folder of project repository. Rename and open. Connect and test if it's all working. This file has three main layers that we will use. In first, there is an armature that is linked to the leap motion data. Layer below has a mesh for this rig, and this will move around with your hands. And the second layer in the first row has a copy of the same armature and mesh, but this copy will be used to record an animation. To record new piece, go to second layer, select one or more bones from the rig, and in a dope sheet on the left, create new empty action. Rename this action and don't forget to press F button. If not, Blender will not save this animation. Move cursor back to 3D view and press A until all the bones are selected. Now press I. This will create first base set of keyframes. This step is not strictly necessary. Script will create those keyframes anyway. But this way it will be way cleaner and organized. Now select both first and second layers by holding Shift on a keyboard. Before starting recording, it is better to deselect all the bones by pressing A. If not, Blender will try to show all the data about all the keyframes, and it will slow down the playback and recording. Also, I will have to say that it is better to record in short strips 10 to 15 seconds at a time, and create new action for each strip. Longer will you record, slower will be Blender playback, as it is too much data to process. I have a few ideas on how to overcome this, but this is for the next time. To see what is going on the leap motion side, it is also helpful to turn on a diagnostic visualizer. Right-click on a green icon in a tray, press Settings, go to Troubleshoot tab, and press Diagnostic Visualizer. Place this window somewhere in your vision. Now back to recording. Reconnect. If there is no movement in the first layer, it is always easy to simply reconnect. And now press Record on the Leap Motion panel. Blender will start placing keyframes and will move both sets of hands on the screen. When recording is done, press Stop. Now go to the second layer and select any bone. On the left, you will see a recorded keyframes. You can press play button on the bottom and will see a recorded animation. select all the bones by pressing A few times. You can cut out those parts that you didn't like. Move your cursor to the dope sheet and press A few times until all the keyframes are white. Press B and select part of the top line of frames. Press X and confirm to delete those frames. Save by pressing Ctrl S and confirm by clicking on a button that appears under the cursor. In fact, save as often as you can. It is helpful. To record new action, press X button. To go out from this action, press New and start all the steps again. By naming action, selecting all the bones, creating first set of keyframes, and so on. Don't record over existing keyframes. You can move time slider to clean place in the same action, or delete some keyframes. But if you will try to record over existing keyframes, it will look messed up. If all is done correctly and you have saved your file, those actions can be attached to the work file and used as a reference or a base for the animation. As you can see, the lip motion has own limitations. Sometimes you have to be creative to use what it can give you. For instance, if you will try to move your hands close, it, in the best case, will see only one hand. You can move your hands further away or just record base poses. That can be very helpful. It is all for now. Have fun!